Oh, hi. Hello. Let's see if we're working, see if we're doing anything that we need to be doing or not. Hello. Oh, look at that. I'm audible. That is all I needed to know. Fantastic. I am here. I am literally just setting up here. I'm a little late on the draw here, but that's pretty common. I am late on the draw all the time. Nothing on the screen just yet. Let me put something on there so we at least have something to look at. I'm going to be the main page for the Portswigger Academy for now. Let's see. Where is... I haven't looked at this profile in a second. There it is. Okay, so put the Chrome on there. No. The super helpful thing for me for this particular topic is that most of it's going to be I'm done. Oh shit. Yeah, dang it. I thought you said I was audible and I didn't actually look at what you said, and I am doubled. That is not audible. This is audible. This is audible, rather. So. Yep. This, like the problem of not making multiple profiles for things. I should really start doing that more. But, bleep. Bloop. Don't have a Brittle Play going yet. I forgot to charge it because, of course, I did. So, I have a new cable for it. At least I have found another cable for it that fits it. We're going to have to see if it actually worked for data transfers. The last cable I tried for it did not, so it just charged it and that was it. Which is not enough for actually functional. So if it doesn't work, we'll have to use the shitty cable that we've been using that just disconnects all the time. So that's going to be super fun. What I want to cover today is basically the whole, web hacking, but you're blind, so how kind of angle. We're going to look at a couple of resources, a couple of tools. Some of this has already come up in previous streams, like the Burp Suite streams and the Try Hack Me stuff and various other things that we did. So today I sort of want to culminate that in like look at a couple of things we haven't looked at yet, but also at things we have looked at. It's just sort of as a how do I start this thing kind of idea. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's just for blind folks. It's really just like I want this resource to be out there. I have the knowledge in my head, so I might as well stream it. And at this point, I'm hoping it might be useful for people to at least have some things to look at, to figure out what they should be doing, what they should not be doing. It's a whole entire thing that I kind of want to work on. So I'll have to see how it works as we go. Bear with me here a little bit because this idea literally popped into my head like an hour ago. So I am not prepared. I have not had a chance to just vet a bunch of resources that I haven't looked at in a while. So we will stumble, and that's okay. Also, stream closed captioner bot, welcome in. I don't really need you right now because, I should have captions on the Twitch side at least, if Restream is good about passing them on. If not, that's shitty, and I'm gonna have to send them an email about that. But not much I can do about it. Yeah. So what we're looking at right now is the Portswigger Academy. It's like a thing offered by Portswigger, the creators of Burp Suite. Now, we've already seen that Burp Suite is not great accessibility-wise. I think this is better from what I've seen. This is really based on a book that used to exist that's still sort of out there, but it's not really being kept up to date. And this is really sort of their answer to make it more of a living document. Yeah, we're going to see how that progresses as we go. Computer speech will come in as it becomes relevant, which is honestly pretty quick, because right now, because the Brittle Plate is in charge, that I can't read to you. So we're going to have to send it in. And we'll just look around the pages here. Allow me like 1 minute to quickly do some advertising as well, because honestly, I was out last week. I had some other things to do, and I just really did not feel up for it. We did do the gaming streams last week, one of them at least, because Saturday I had a visitor over, but we did not do a hacking stream last Tuesday. I apparently managed to piss off Slack. Bear with me here for a little bit. Like nice harp sounds, always good to hear those. Yeah, I'm gonna close out Slack, reopen it, because there's like one Slack that might be wanting to see this. Can I just do that and then go here? I can. That's beautiful. So, you know that like web apps, this is actually kind of relevant at this point. Web apps are getting more and more complicated in their interaction patterns. Like I accidentally opened the search for messages thing, and it just did not figure out a way to quickly get rid of it. Escape usually does that, but it doesn't always work. And sometimes it just, there's widgets that are like, you know what? You. No. So that happens, and that's annoying. So that slows me down, and, hashtag where's my cheese and all that stuff. So let me really quickly, hi, channel. I'm doing an IC null stream on web hacking, which will inevitably turn into web accessibility, as well as the two are sometimes interconnected. If you're bored, come say hi over at Links. There we go. Isn't it great? Like when you type an @ sign in the middle of a URL on Slack, it just starts offering usernames. Like, I get you're trying to be clever, but be a bit cleverer. NDLICODING. Yeah, that's how you spell my username. There we go. Yes. I know I'm sending to a lot of people. That's kind of the point. Amusingly, I also have TinySpell going. It's like a little Windows utility that tries to help make me not make spelling mistakes. And Blightly Coding has been formed into Lycopodium, which I find rather amusing. So yeah, that's happening. Let me set the speech to an understandable rate, and then set it to you guys so you can hear it. And then we can just sort of look around this page to see what we got. Just use the usual things. We'll probably have to make an account, and we'll just look at the forums and things and how they do accessibility wise. It's not going to be, honestly, I'm kind of hoping for a little bit more interaction here, because it's really meant to be more of a panel like thing than me doing stuff for like hours and hours on end. So I'll have to see if people trickle in. That'd be nice, but we'll see. Let me set the speech. Set the speech to the place. Slow it down. So yeah, we're on portswigger.net. We're actually at, where are we? Yeah, portswigger.net/web-security. And that is actually where their like teaching stuff is. So kind of cool to know that that's there. A couple of other resources that we may or may not get into. Try Hack Me, obviously we covered that. Hack the Box Academy is pretty good if you want less of a handholdy approach. So you just here go do this thing, and you might just need to Google a bit more. There's Over the Wire, which is war games. So it's like set up as here is a system. See if you can figure out how to break it kind of thing. And there's plenty of walkthroughs if you need those, but you can just sort of go ham on them. They're usually SSHable or web interactable. And there's like levels. So you start with like a super simple level where you just have to do something really clever. And then, that gives you the password for the next level. And you just keep on going until you get to the latest. I think Bandit, their like entry level capture the flag is like 22 levels or something. And then there's also things like, I think Nautas, which is like web specifically, I think, if I remember correctly. It's been a minute since I looked at Over the Wires, so we may end up there. It's a very nice like early Zeros design of a web page. Right now we're looking at this though. His Braille display is still not quite charged. Cable is definitely more security socketed, but that doesn't tell us much if it doesn't do anything. So we'll have to see how that goes as we progress here.
Link login.
So
link portswigger.net.
First thing we see is a portswigger.net link. That is presumably a logo. Doesn't really tell us what that does.
Link login.
Login.
Products. Solutions.
Product solutions, not actually menus, but if you were to mouse over them like this.
Solutions. Link research. Solution products. Link Academy. Support.
I'm honestly not sure if that did anything. So yeah, they're not actually marked up as links. I don't think you can press them, except you probably can click them because hey, the mouse is the only way we use the internet, right?
Link customer, link about, link log.
So let's just in case, let's click on Academy. I'm pretty sure we're already there. Let's just go here.
Academy. Clickable banner landmark support.
See, this is why Aria Current exists, but okay.
Link about, link log.
Oh, actually we are in a different place now.
Solutions.
No, we're not. Never mind. So this is the main Academy page. If we don't actually go through the menu, just use the heading keys here, see what we end up.
Free online web security training from the creators of Burp Suite heading level 1.
Exactly. So the creators of Burp Suite, like they do Burp Suite. They know a little bit about web stuff, web security stuff. They probably know what they're doing in that sense. Like they've been making the tool that's de facto in the industry to do this, and their knowledge I can't fault them for. It's like it's pretty close. It's gonna be good, and we're gonna have to see how we do. I don't know how handholdy or how like lectury these are. I'm not sure if it's just like here, have a thing, go play with it. We'll have to see.
Link sign up, link login.
So yeah, the first thing it tells us we have to sign up or log in. That's kind of meh. So you have to really make an account, which is everywhere these days.
Graphic boost your career.
We have an alt text of boost your career, which tells me nothing about what's actually on the image.
Boost your career.
And it's actually a duplicate of the text that's already there. Bonus points for them not making it headings, though, because that's not technically a heading.
The Web Security Academy is a strong step toward a career in cybersecurity.
Is it now?
Graphic flexible learning.
Flexible learning.
Flexible learning.
Oh, we're doing all of these. Okay, so it's an icon for the thing itself, and then a little blurb about why the thing is the thing.
Learn anywhere, anytime, with free interactive labs and progress tracking.
Oh, look at that. So it's Try Hack Me without being Try Hack Me.
Graphic Learn from Experts. Learn from Experts. Produced by a world-class team led by the author of the Web Application Hackers Handbook. So
that's the book I was talking to before. The Web Application Hackers Handbook was a thing. I think it got last updated in 2017, I want to say. Maybe even earlier than that. Been a minute. And then they just sort of decided to do this instead.
Link Graphic Burp Suite certified. Link heading level 2 new topic. Web cache deception.
Okay, so let's just sign up and see if they onboard us in any way. We're going to sign up and make an account, and let's just see how it goes. Sign up.
Create your account. Portswigger. Banner landmark link.
Okay, so they changed titles on page load. That's good.
Clickable. Create your account. Heading edit.
And there's the first problem.
Register. Edit blank.
The first thing is we have an unlabeled field here for the, what is it?
Email address.
Email address. So, you'd think that web security folks that like know HTML back to front and front to back would also know how accessibility works, but that's apparently not necessarily the case. In this case, it's not the case. They made like the most basic error in the book, particularly because that label is there, but not linked up to the thing, which is like one HTML attribute that they could have just added, but they did not, which is a little poo-poo, a little stupid.
F.
So let's put an email address. Let's put, I don't know.
OLF.
What do we do? I should make an email address for IC null, shouldn't I, at some point? Just haven't yet. We'll just put this one in again.
Ralph Peters.
I'll give it the IC null at gmail.com. I need to turn Tiny Spell off at some point.
Register button.
So literally just all we give it is an email address.
Land. Edit Ralph features plus signal mail
Oh,
email.
good
Please enter
Christ,
heading level
this-
1. Create your account. Please enter your email address to register.
Okay, so what? We have
Email address.
email address,
Edit
then
Ralph.
this,
Blank,
and then
blank,
5, 6,
button
7.
already register.
Okay,
Button register.
6 blank lines because I don't know. CSS is hard. Is that what this is? Because this looks really 1999.
Already registered. Click link button.
Let's go.
Registering.
Registering.
Register.
Registered. At least that worked. Let's see.
Clickable register heading level 1. Thank you. Please check your emails for instructions on how to complete your registration.
Okay, well I'm gonna do that with my own with the speech going to
Headphones.
me and not to you guys because I don't need you guys hearing my scary emails. Let's have a look what they sent us. Probably just the hey, confirm your email address. Let's see. It's always amusing to me that when I go live, I get like 2 emails to my own email that says, hey, this is live. And this other thing is also live. I'm like, yes, I know. I did that. I started the thingy. Always amusing when that happens. So, I had a chance to look at my email. Always good for that. Let's see what we got. We got probably just an email confirmation. This is to, yep, blah, blah, blah. Click link here to access the Security Academy. Another mistake. We don't label links with the word here. I thought we were done with that in 1999, but apparently not. Let me copy this link into my actual Chrome browser so you guys can see what happens next. I hope that goes okay with all the Google trackers that we have to deal with, but let's just hope for the best. So yeah, that did not work. That is rather annoying. Let me just click the link this side. Click here. Okay, I've clicked. So yeah, it wants me to enter my details. For some reason, it will not, it will literally just not let me do it any other way. Sorry about that. Let me just fill this in real quick and narrate what I'm doing. I'm seeing, actually, let's just put, you know, I'm gonna give you guys the me experience. No screen of this particular thing, but you're gonna get the speech at least. There you go.
Register port switcher and blank.
So the first thing we see,
Register heading level 1. Please enter your details to complete your registration.
enter your details. And then there's
Edit.
only one field that has the label of name if you go look for it, but it's not attached, so we have to put in a name. Let's do I see null.
I see.
No, I'm not sure if that's a username or a full name or what it is.
Name.
It just says name, as you can see here.
Register
well,
button.
You can't. There you go.
Heading button register.
So let's register
Registering.
under the I see null name. Is that allowed?
Blank.
Is an underscore allowed in your
Edit I see
name?
null. Name. Please enter your details to complete your name. Edit blank. Invalid value.
Invalid value.
Button register heading level 3.
It doesn't tell me anything else but invalid value. Okay, so you're
Edit
supposed
IC
to put your full name in here, I think.
ICL.
Let's put my full name in here. You guys already know it anyway. You can't see what I'm typing anyway,
Register.
so I'm completely safe
Register.
from being doxxed here. All right,
Enter.
so
Your heading level 5. Your account password.
your account password.
To access your account, simply copy your password below and log in.
Oh, okay. Well, that's helpful.
Do not refresh as you will not be able to revisit this link.
So you don't even get to pick your own password. You just sort of have to use
BN99.
whatever they give you. So I'm going to copy that
$QMP.
to my clipboard here.
Link login to your account. Be looking for your license key. Go to your account and you will find your license key.
And I should now be able to go back to Chrome.
Complete your registration. Complete your registration. Florian Beachers.
That's not Chrome.
Web Security Academy.
That's
Web
Chrome.
Secure. Link login.
You can go log in.
Link portswigger.net. Free online web sign up link. Login link. Login portswigger and clickable edit.
So we have to
Email
fill
address.
in the edit, something in the edit field
blank.
and something else in the edit field. This is great. Let me do that. Let me just fill in my details
Ralph
here.
Beacher. Ignal.
And the
Edit
password
protect.
was
Paste.
paste.
32 bull.
That's 32 characters. Looks like we're in. Look at that. We've now logged into Portswigger's Web Security Academy. Not a great start. Not gonna lie. Not impressed by that login form. Very inaccessible. Fixable with a little bit of, looking around, but this really is a low-hanging fruit. This would take 5 seconds to fix. It's kind of sad that they haven't. Anyway.
Clickable banner landmark link log out. My account heading level 2.
My account. So do they onboard us in any way, or do they just let us have it?
Link personal
Let's see.
details.
Get personal
Link certificate,
details,
link on label, traffic ticket, missing
certifications,
image,
blah,
link
blah, blah.
subscriptions. Link order, heading level 3 or subscriptions.
Order history. It's like the first page it takes us to is our subscriptions page. Except this is a free security academy. So what am I doing here?
Link by professional.
Nope.
Graphic, you do not have any subscriptions.
Actually for okay, so we have an image that just says you don't have any. That's great.
Heading level 3, you do not have any subscriptions.
No, you know, the alt text already told me that.
Content info landmark work suite.
Okay.
Link web vulnerability scanner.
So really what they're doing here is I'm looking at my Portswigger account, not so much my Academy account, my Portswigger account. So if I were to have a multi-$1,000 license for this program Burp Suite that they're making, I should see it here. Except I don't have such a license and I have no plans of purchasing one because it's not accessible enough. So
link log out, link my account.
This menu has changed though. Let's see what we can do here.
Products, solutions, link research, link academy.
If we now go back to the Academy, what do we see?
Dashboard website.
Like this is where we came from. We're now on the Academy dashboard where we wanted to go.
Welcome back, heading level 1.
Welcome back. I've not been here before, but thank you.
Learn to secure the web one step at a time with our practical interactive learning materials.
Okay.
Covering the latest research and completely free.
All right, my Braille display just came on. At least gained enough battery to come on. So now the question is, will it work with this new cable? If not, then I'll have to use the old one. And with all the meh that entails, we'll have to see. Let's continue while that loads.
Heading level 2, your learning progress.
So my learning progress is...
New notification from autoplay. Vario Ultra. Select to choose what's happening.
Okay, well, something's coming on. Oh my god, is it going to work? Is it going to work? Can I turn the speech off and read to you myself? It's loading, it's loading, it's loading, it's loading.
Heading level 3, not sure where to start. Structure your learning with one of our guided paths.
Okay, guided path. That sounds promising. Let's see what they got.
Link get started. Heading level 3, level progress.
Okay. I got
0.
started.
Heading level 3, level progress.
Good.
Link get started. Learning
Let's
paths,
get
web
started.
security academy.
Oh my god, I have
Portswigger,
Braille. Okay, Braille works. I can turn speech off. So this is so much better. So Web Security Academy learning path. What do we got? We got our carefully curated pathways provide a structured approach to learning web security, empowering you to advance at your own pace while ensuring a deep understanding of the subject matter. What's the matter? Subject. Ha! Anyway, all learning paths. What do we got? So this is pretty good heading wise, I must say. Like there's heading 1 for the main, heading 2 for these paths. That's better than I've seen so far. Okay, we got API testing. Preceded by the word practitioner. I'm not sure if that means that's a level or what that is exactly, but let's see what else we see for those little precursors. Let's see if those are things. This we have my progress 0 of 17. We have practitioner again. Let's see, that's web LLM attacks. That might be fun. We have cross-site request forgery CSRF. That's also considered practitioner. Is there something that isn't practitioner? Let me keep going. Clackjacking. We got GraphQL API vulnerabilities. All practitioner. Cross-origin resource sharing. Okay, I'm just going to keep going through these, see what we got. I have no SQL injection. What I'm finding is that so far, if I were not familiar already with these terms, I would have no idea where to start from just this. Like, I see race conditions, I see SQL injection, I see authentication vulnerabilities, I see server-side request forgery. All this stuff is really relevant and very good stuff, but if you're completely new, also these are all heading 5s, by the way, which is dumb, but okay. If you don't know what you're looking at, you have no idea where to start here. I'm assuming practitioner is a... Oh, look at that. So we got apprentice now. This is apprentice. Let's keep going. We got apprentice, file upload vulnerabilities. This is also practitioner. Oh, let's look for the word... let's keep going, because I want to see if there's something below apprentice. Because I'm assuming, we want to start with something simple. We want to see how easy the easiest option is here, because this is a how to start option. So is this all the paths they have? Yeah, looks like it. So all of these are practitioner or apprentice. And the only apprentice that I saw, oh, that's interesting. Apprentice is server-side vulnerabilities. That's the only apprentice that I see. All of the others are practitioner, which makes me wonder why even make a distinction. because, it doesn't look like it makes much of a difference. So let's go to the apprentice one. Let's do server-side vulnerabilities. This learning path introduces you to a range of common server-side vulnerabilities. This is perfect if you're new to web security and want to get an overview of the kinds of vulnerabilities that exist, as well as how an attacker might identify and exploit them in real-world systems. So really what that means is this is the beginning path where you should start. And then from here, all the other things that we're going to talk about make more sense. But they don't really say that, do they? It's more like we got this, and you should use it. And this one has apprentice, and the other ones have practitioner. So let's actually click the get started link, see where we end up. Let's turn speech on here as well, because this is the lesson thing.
Speech the apprentice. Link. Apprentice server-side vulnerabilities 1 of 52.
52! Holy mother of... That's a lot of things.
Heading level 3, my progress. Path traversal 1 of 3.
Path traversal 1 of 3. Okay, so they don't even really go with an intro. They just go straight into the first one, path traversal, which is really just you are on a file, you're on a server. There is a yummy sort of data file somewhere where you want to go where you don't have access, but you might be able to just trick the web server into getting you there anyway.
Access control, authentication, server-side request forgery, SF file upload, OSM, SQL, heading
let's
level
just
2.
do like the path traversal ones and then move on to another source. So it says, what is path traversal? Path traversal is also known as directory traversal. These vulnerabilities enable an attacker to read arbitrary files on the server that is running an application. This might include application code and data, credentials for backend systems, sensitive operating system files, blah, blah, blah. In some cases, an attacker might be able to write to arbitrary files of the server, allowing them to modify application data or behavior and ultimately take full control of the server, which is usually what you don't want. Okay, so they essentially go for the what I call this the free code camp method, where it's like little bits of information in the continue link, kinda, except not all of them require interaction. It looks like this is just a little bit of information, and now we're going to the next one. I just plugged the continue link. And you have to get all the way down to the... Can you get that? Yeah, there's a heading 2 above the reading, heading 2 above the new content, heading 3 above something else. You could just go 2 to find the quickest thing. And then it says, reading arbitrary files via path traversal. Imagine a shopping application that displays images of items for sale. This might load an image using the following HTML. Image tag source equals /load /image file equals 218.png. No alt text. Screw you! The load image URL takes a file name parameter and returns the contents of the specified file. The image files are stored on disk in the location /var/deb/images. To return an image, the application appends the requested file name to this base directory and uses file system API to read the contents of the file. I will say that this almost never happens in real life anymore, exactly because this is extremely easy to circumvent. They're going to show us how now. In other words, the application reads from the following file path: var images 218.png. This application implements no defenses against the path traversal attacks. As a result, an attacker can request the following URL to retrieve the /etc/path file from the server's file system. So I'm not going to read this out loud, but basically what they do is, instead of load image file equals just a file name, you do something like /etc/passwd, which works because if you give that to a web server, that's essentially a complete file path to an absolute file path to a file. And if there's no defenses against this, you can literally just have it essentially get whatever file you want, provided you have the rights to show that file. Again, this rarely actually happens in real life anymore from what I'm understanding. Like, this really is one of those baby's first PHP projects where this might go wrong. Practically any framework is going to catch you and see you coming 10 steps ahead. So if you see a Laravel server, this will probably not work for you, but hey, try it anyway. It's never bad to try. This causes the application to read from the following file path: var w images dot 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 etc password. The sequence dot dot slash is valid within a file path and means to step up one level in a directory structure. Yeah, that's a Linux thing though. That be aware of that. That may not work on Windows. You may need to use a backslash character. Blah. I missed my train of thought here. The directory structure. This 3 consecutive dot dot slash sequences step up from var ww images to the file system root. And so the file that is actually read is etc. passv. Password. On Unix-based operating systems, this is a standard file containing details of the users that are registered on the server, but an attacker could retrieve other arbitrary files using the same technique. Although I think what they're not really mentioning here is that password, or the PASSWD file, even though it looks like password, is more of a list of users, not so much actual passwords anymore. Even if they are, it's going to be hashed passwords. So this doesn't look as damning as it actually is in some respects. On Windows, dot dot slash and dot dot backslash are valid directory traversal sequences. The following is an example of an equivalent attack against a Windows-based server. So they're taking us to let me look at the path. They're taking us to Windows/win.ini. Okay, so we now have a link to continue and a link to back. So far, this isn't very interactive yet. I'm assuming we're going to at least get to try this at least once. We'll have to see. Lab. File path traversal, simple case. So we're now going to see how accessible the labs are. That's really the one thing I want to show on this particular server, on this particular service, rather. I want to go through a couple of ones. We'll look at like over the wire next, probably, because that's an often like referenced just start here thing. So we'll go there next, but let's have a look at this first. Apprentice,
lab
yeah,
not
blah,
solved.
blah, blah. Lab not solved. So it gives us that in text. That's good. Definitely not always a given.
This lab contains a path trap.
This lab contains a lab traversal vulnerability in the display of product images. To solve the lab, retrieve the contents of the etc. password file. So pretty much exactly what they showed us they were doing before. There's a link that says access the lab, and then there's a button that's collapsed by default that says
Link button collapsed heading level 4 solution.
Solution with some random Unicode character in front of it. Not sure what that is.
Button collapsed heading level 4 community solutions.
And there's community solutions you can bring up. So in this sense, if you work this way, if you learn this way, where you don't get given the solution by default, you just have to sort of play around, and then once you can't figure out, you look at the solution. This may work pretty well for you. That's more along the lines of, just sort of figure it out than Hack the Box does, as opposed to Bleep, the Try Hack Me, which is very hand-holdy. They'll give you all the information up front, and then they might very carefully guide you through like a particular version of that particular thing. It may not be quite that simple a lot of the time, but that's usually how it works. I'm just making sure that my
speech mode off.
Restream bot is going, so people can actually write in from YouTube. Yeah, that's going. Okay, perfect. If you want to talk to the YouTubes, you can. I'll see it, and it'll come here, and it'll work. So let's go to the lab, see how this works. Access the lab. Whoop. That opens a new window, or at least a new tab. Uh-oh.
Speech mode talk. Restream untitled Google file path traversal.
Okay, so it took a second to
Heading level
load.
2 file path traversal simple case. Link back to lab description graphic back arrow lab.
So we have back to lab description and arrow, back dash arrow is the alt text for the back arrow. And then we have the word lab right after it. Not solved.
Link home. Unlabeled graphic to get missing image descriptions. Open the heading level 3 snow delivered to your door.
Snow delivered to
Speech
your
mode off.
door. $40.34. View details. The Trapster, $64.89. We got Weird Crushes game, $15.21. Single use foot hider, $24.12. Dancing in the dark. All right. Conversation controlling lemon. Let's do that one. Can I look at the let's see. Can I view the details of the conversation controlling lemon? I can. Look at that. This says lemon. Look at that lemon. It's a fantastic lemon. What do you got? Conversation controlling lemon. So there's a graphic right here. Let's first look at what else is on this page. So it says it's 81.45. That's a fucking expensive lemon. Are you one of those people who opens their mouth only to discover you say the wrong thing? If this is you, then the conversation controlling lemon will change the way you socialize forever. When you feel a comment coming on popping in your mouth, and wait for the acidity to kick in. Not only does the lemon render you speechless but being inserted into your mouth, but the juice will also keep you silent for at least another 5 minutes. This action will ensure that thought will have passed and you no longer feel the need to interject. This would be really great for some online people, except for like typing. The lemon can be cut into pieces. Make sure that they are large enough to fill your mouth. On average, you will have 4 single uses for the price shown. That's nothing what? That is nothing an evening. If you're a real chatterbox, you will save that money in drink and snacks, as you will be unable to consume the same amount as usual. Oh my god! Like, okay, fair enough. They did their best here, but like, what? So to actually solve this, we need to do some hacking here. At least need some looking around here. Let's right-click this image.
Check missing right menu submenu. Open image and inspect and
we need to inspect the image here. We need to see what's going on. We have the source is /resources/images/rating2.png. That wouldn't work then, because that's not the right image. Let's see, where's the product
level 6 less section class equals product grade level 7 less MSRC equals slash
here. No, that's rating.
Less MSRC equals slash image file name
here we are. So here we have a telltale thing. /image ? File name equals 7.jpg. So that is our that's our attack vector. So let's see, /image ? File name equals that. So let's first go to that image and just get it on the screen. Okay, can I just do it from the root? Let's see. /image
equals ?
File name equals 7.jpg.
JPG 0app7003B03F4070B. DevTools document. Page DOM preview toolbar. Address and search bar edit. As auto 0app7000.
Nope. Doesn't look like it. But what we can do, and that's actually easier.
DevTools document. Page DOM preview clickable space.
Let's see. We have this image here, so we can just literally just right-click this.
Menu submenu. Add attribute 1 of 17. Edit as HTML2 of 17.
I'm not sure if this will work. Let's try it. We go into here. We just change this bit here.
Level 6 less section. Level 7 less H3 greater. Conversation. Level 6 less section class equals product less header class equal page DOM.
Chrome's edit as HTML is broken.
Level 2 less. Level 3. Less image style equals display. Lock. Level 2 less body style equals less head greater. Level 3 less /body greater. Less image style equals display. Lock. Level 2 less body style equals margin. 0. Level 3 less image style equals display.
What the What, did that work? Hang on.
Image 700 time unlabeled.
Well, never you mind. It does work. Okay, so I was going to edit the HTML and actually just have it point to that new file, but that may actually not work because the PHP script has already been called at this point. So instead, what we do here is remove this bit, the 7.jpg. And we see we are in resources. No, not even. Just in file names. And in the other image, we saw resources /images/ and then a name. So I'm assuming that this image is also going to be there. Means that we need to probably go back 4 times. So from images to resources, from resources to www, from www to var, and from var to /, and then we do etc /password.
Past 0 apps unlabeled graphic clickable to unlabeled graphic
And that did not appear to work.
unlabeled graphic
Maybe we did
clickable
like
blank
one, two.
HTTPS
Many words
slash
just
0
really
apps
slow. That could also be.
tab controls to get missing image description unlabeled unlabeled
No, for some
Tool
reason it's
blank
just showing
blank.
the exact same thing still. Let's see why it's not working. Let's try removing one of these.
8 dot slash 0 app 7003B03 F4000 unlabeled graphic
Okay, it keeps going for that
tool
image.
page
Why is
HTTPS
that?
slash
Let's
slash
see. Image file name equals dot dot slash dot dot slash dot dot slash. Huh. No, this is the exact thing we're meant to be doing, but it's not.
0 app 7003B0
loading it unless
unlabeled graphic lang
This is an image. No, it's
unlabeled
not. That's weird.
server button link access to lab 0 app 7003B0
Okay. Let's go back.
lang toolbar to get missing image unlabeled graphic click to get missing image 700
We'll be
file
all
path
the way back
80
here. There
unlabeled
we
graphic
go.
to get missing
So
heading level 3 conversation controlling lemon unlabeled graphic to get
we have this image here. Let's just try this another way then. So we have
$81.45 unlabeled graphic to get missing
let's right
to
click
get missing
this.
right menus up open and
Let's try what I was initially
File
going to do.
unlabeled
Let's see what that does.
less msrc equals slash resources slash image less h3 level 6 less section level less msrc equals slash
This one. Yeah. Right-click
menu
that.
sub menu add attribute 1 edit as html devtools document elements I M
Okay, so instead of this, we're going to do.
GPJ dot 7 equals E M A
I just don't think this will actually work, but let's try it anyway.
enum etc.
There.
Past less msrc equals slash image file name file path traversal simple case dot $81.40 unlabeled heading level 3 conversation controlling unlabeled graphic to get missing image
Now clearly this wouldn't work because actually we're trying to stick a file in an image, which will never work.
tool blank
Which is why I was
HTTPS
doing it
slash
the
slash 0
other way. It's just not having that for some
0 app
reason.
7.
So that is kind of odd.
tab control image 700 times tool blank
Try this one more
HTTPS
time,
slash
and then if it doesn't work, well, we'll move on to the next thing. We can't be messing with this for too long.
lang
We have other places to be as well, so. Yeah, file name equals.
lang GPJ dot 7
Yeah, it's really this.
Nuno etc.
Oh,
slash C
uh,
T
dot
notification.
dot. And my computer is being flooded by phone notifications.
speech mode on
Not
demand
helpful. Okay. Oh, password. Interesting.
speech mode beeps
Yeah, so what is if we now expect this? What is it actually showing? Just that image.
speech
Oh,
speech mode beeps speech mode talk
sorry, I'm not
lang
with it today, guys.
lang
I'm
to get missing image
my
description devtools
apologies.
document console panel property
here.
page click some problems
Okay.
no longer generate console
Yep.
console cleared to get missing image description unlabeled graphic clickable to get missing image descriptions open
All right.
unlabeled graphic clickable record lang
Huh.
unlabeled graphic
Yeah, I'm not really sure what they want here. So let me actually look,
server side
because
button link access to lab
this is a good thing. I'm not really sure what I'm meant to
Button
be
collapse.
doing. I've tried it, so now I'm going to look at the solution.
expanded
See how
expanded
accessible that is.
1 use burp suite to intercept and modify a request
Ah, okay. So they want me to use Burp Suite instead of just messing with it in place. Okay.
but 1 use 2 modify the file name parameter giving it the value dot slash etc slash pass
dot slash. Okay, so I was almost right. It's 3 traversals back and then slash etc slash
3 observe that the
password.
response
Observe that the response contains the contents of the etc. Okay.
link back
So you cannot just do this with a browser easily. You'd have to proxy this with something like Burp Suite or Zeproxy, Kaido, anything of that sort. Even MITM proxy would probably work. And then, as you see in like a pull call to one of the images in the back, you can actually like change that to go to this path here, the dot slash dot slash etc. slash password, and it'll then show you the content. And I'm presumably just some kind of class for that.
Up next, what is access control?
So that is the Web Security Academy. They immediately want you to use Burp Suite. Honestly, I mean, given that they make that program, it's kind of understandable that they do some product placement here. Feels a little oily to me, honestly, but there you go. That's happening now. The next thing I wanted to show off, I want to start with the things that we haven't covered before. I don't think this is going to be a super long stream, to be honest. Like, this is just sort of I wanted to show off a couple things, and this is a way to do it. Next thing I want to show off is the various things that Over the Wire has. In particular, their web-based one. Like, we can do the first couple of levels of that. If I remember correctly, that's pretty simple stuff. And you can see if that fits with your learning style. Really, that I want to do that is basically just look at a couple of learning styles. TryHackMe, we've done ad nauseum on this channel already, and we'll probably do more of that next week. And then Hack the Box Academy, we've only done once or twice, and I may very well get back to that because that was actually a lot of fun. So we'll probably get back to that as well as we go. This is a lot of fun, and this is something I want to make sure gets the proper attention. But now let's go look at Over the Wire, because that's something we have not covered before, and it's definitely a favorite to start with for a lot of people. So let's go have a look at Google. We're done here for today. We're done here for Portsmouth Academy. This is the general setup. You have labs that essentially spin up a little like web application that you get to play with. But they don't really have, at least in my opinion, a good starting point from like a why are we doing this? What is this even? Like, how does this work? Like, the one that I showed off that path is the one I would recommend starting with, if that's what you want to do, if that's the resource you want to use. And it kind of tells you, like, this is a thing, but it doesn't really give you the overall framework, I feel, of like, okay, yes, path traversal is a thing, and it shows up in various lists on so-and-so place, and we're going to go through that list and give you things. It seems a little haphazard and random to me, but the stuff that is there does look very well created and well, like, authored, so it kind of depends on what you're looking for. The same thing can be said about Over the Wire, to be fair. Let's have a look at that. Haven't been there in a while, so let's have a look how that's been growing. War Games is what they call themselves. We're now on Over. This is Over the Wire. Like, look at the fantastic design.
We are good looking. We are the 1%.
We're hackers and we're good looking. We are the 1%. I can turn this off actually now. We have war games, rules, information. Updated. Okay, updated online. So we got Bandit. Bandit is shell. Natas is web, I think. Leviathan, I'm not sure, and Krypton, I don't know. I'm guessing that's some kind of Krypton. There's something called Narnia. Aw. Behemoth, Utumno. There's a lot more than I remember here. Maze, Vortex, Man Page. Oh, that's not a Man Page. Drifter, Formula 1. I'm gonna have to play here again. There's a couple that are offline. We had Semtex, that's gone. Okay, released. Yeah, Hess 2010. Abraxas, yeah, a bunch of different ones that we can do. Let's have a look-see at Natas, because I'm pretty... Natas. Let's go to Natas and see, because I'm pretty sure that one's web-based, and I want to kind of keep it to web-based today. So this is the page for web for Natas, or Natas. Let's see. Oh, so yeah, level 1, level 2... all the way up to level a lot. Level 30, I'm already level 30. Level 33 is the last one. Holy shit balls. So what it says, Natas teaches the basics of server-side web security. Each level of Natas consists of its own website located at natasx.natas.labs.overthewire.org, where X is the level number. There is no SSH login. To access the level, enter the username for that level, for example, Natas0 for level 0, and its password. Each level has access to the password of the next level. Your job is to somehow obtain that next password and level up. All passwords are also stored in etc/natas_webpass/. E.g. the password for Natas 5 is stored in the file etc/natas_webpass/natas5 and only readable by natas4 and natas5. Start here. Username natas0. Password natas0. URL level 0. Okay. So that's kind of like the way it works. It's like you start at the first level and you have to work out what the stuff is here. So let's just go to the first level, kind of show off how this is supposed to work. Here is the URL. Whoop. Again, this is very antiquated looking a little bit, but okay. So first thing is I get like an HTTP even authentication that asks for a username and password. Will be natas0 and natas1. 0, my bad.
Chrome error //Chrome
Okay, we're here. natas0.
You can find the password.
You can find the password for the next level on this page.
Clickable submit token. Submit token. You can find the password for the next level on this page. Clickable submit token.
So this is a very small page with a little bit of text. I'm not sure what that submit token button will do, but clearly we need to go inspect this page somehow. Given there's almost nothing interactive on this, I would just look at the source code first and foremost. Let's do that.
Checkbox not checked line wrap. 1. Less HTML greater. Speech mode off.
So what do we got? We got a head. We got a... Oh, this stuff is in the header. Has nothing to do with the level. Okay, so don't mess with the header. Gotcha. So there's a comment that said that to me, so we leave that alone. It's going to go past the header. Oh, here's the body. Let's have a look at what this shows off as in Screenbeater speak. We have a body tag.
Less H1 greater not a 0 less /
Here's the
H1 13 less div equal 13.
Hashtag. The heading tag. I don't know how to speak.
Less div equals content greater.
Content.
14. You can find the password.
You can find this on this page.
4. You can find the 15. Lang. 16. Less the password.
So the first thing is, okay, I found the password. The password is in a comment on this
16.
page. Comment is a code that we don't see. The effect of is really just there for other coders, and it says that the code for natas1 is super stupid long string here that we got
0
here. So I'm gonna
space unselected.
Grab that.
0s17 less / div greater 18 less / body greater 9 less / h20 lang 21 lang.
No clue what the submit token thing is that we have in our browser window. That might be like a extension doing that.
Submit token.
But we now have the word. We now have the password for level 1. So now what you need to do is you go to the URL.
Not a 0 not as labs over
and we change that 0 to a 1.
Not as 1 not as 1 not as
we found the password.
View site info. Bookmark this tab. But tab control. Toolbar address and search bar. Tab control. Sign in dialog HTTP. Search with Google Lens. Address and search bar edit. Not secure. Reload button. Back button. Chrome menu. Incognito extensions menu. Bookmark list. Search with Google address and search bar edit. Sign in dialog HTTP.
There we go. For some reason that would not focus. Okay, so what we do instead of natas0, we do natas1. Someone explain to me how I'm supposed to pronounce that. Natas? Is it like short for Natasha?
Not as well.
What does this even mean? Anyway, NATAS, whatever. So we'll put the password we found in the password box.
Paste. Sign in button 1 of 2. Chrome error / heading level 1 not as 1.
And there's this level 1. We found level 1. Now we need to go to level 2, and this is just gonna get harder as we go.
You can find the clickable submit.
Okay, so it again says you can find the password on this page, but right clicking has been blocked. Okay, so we'll just use Control U instead, and that works fine.
Lang 20 lang
all right.
21 less 20
so
less / body greater. Speech mode
normally a lot of people will right click and view source. We don't have to do that because we can just hit Control U, which gets us the new password. Let's keep going. Copy that out. Go there. Well, shit. Close that out. Go here. Grab that. Make that into a 2. And then let's go for the next one. So just change the URL again to make the 1 into a 2.
Username.
And we now have to log in with the right details. natas2. natas2. And the password we found on the page, which was the exact same trick I used before. It was just in a comment on the page. So we are now in natas2, and this is how it keeps on going. There is nothing on this page. Yes, there is. I'm guessing the information has been made like completely like black on black or something like that. Let's have a look what they did. Need to look at the source again. Scrolling down here. Yep. There's nothing on this page. Oh, there's an image. Okay. There's a pixel. Uh-oh. There's a pixel. If I click it,
Speech graphic clickable. Graphic clickable. Lang. Graphic clickable.
I'm going to try something.
Retrieving description using GPT-4 Omni.
Because I'm assuming that there's going to be some text in this image that I can't see.
Unknown image description. The image shows a screenshot of a computer desktop with 3 web browser tabs open. The focus is on the web page with the URL nodus2.nodus.labs.overthewire.org/files/pixel.png displayed at the top. The URL text is visible in the address bar, and to the left of the URL there is a triangle icon indicating the page is not secure. The main content of the web page is entirely black with a single small pink pixel in the center outlined in red. At the top right corner of the web page, there is an incognito icon indicating that the browser is at the bottom of the screenshot. There is a Windows taskbar showing various icons, including graphic clickable.
So what are you meant to do here? Are you meant to use the
graphic clickable?
Interesting.
View source src equals link file slash pixel.
Oh, I think I know what you meant to do. So instead of this pixel, we want to see what else is in that files directory. That may not be secure. So let's have a look at the files directory here.
nodus2.nodus.labs.overthewire.org/file selected. nodus2 tab control index of slash unlabeled graphic.
Look at that. We have an index of files. Normally you would shield this, but that has clearly not been done here. So let's have a look what's going on. We have a pixel image. That's in there, but we also have a users.txt file. And if we were to open that, we now see that there's Alice with a password, there's Bob with a password, there's Charlie with a password, and then there's Natus3 with a password. How odd. All right, so we found that one. There's a Mallory too, I appreciate that. So we got the password for Natus3. I'm gonna copy that out. We go back again. Oh, I opened the wrong thing. We go, where are we? We go back again. Go back again. Or not. Let's see.
Speech mode, view source colon not document. There is nothing on this page.
Yeah, so we can close this tab and we can close
document. Less MSR.
This tab.
Unlabeled nodus2.nodus.lab clickable. There is nothing on this page.
There's nothing on this page. Well, we found your secrets regardless, so we're gonna keep on going. Level 3. Or really level 4, because 0 is a level, so it's really level 4 that we're looking at this point. And really what they're doing with these levels is teaching you to look for things. Like now, this could work on any old web page. Like if you're on a web page and you try that, you just look at where the images are coming from and they're just on a directory, you may very well be able to access that directory. And some people are really not good at keeping their stuff like organized, so you can really just find whatever else is in that folder sometimes, which is what we just did. Let's go to the next one. What's this? Natus3. There is nothing on this page. Okay. Might this be a path traversal? Let's have a look at that link. Oh, is there another image? Let's have a look. Is there an image? No more information leaks. Not even Google will find it this time. Oh, that's a hint. So there's no image, but there's an angry comment. There's no more information leaks. Not even Google will find it this time. And that is a hint. That is a hint for us to look at the robots.txt file, which is what tells screen readers. That would be funny. Which tells search engines not to index certain pages. So if we look at that now, I'm assuming there's going to be a robots.txt. Yep, there is. So let's see. There's a user agent. There's a disallowed /secret with 3s for the E's. So we are meant to be going to /secret. Oh, did I close the wrong thing?
Speech mode. Unlabeled.
Yep.
Unlabeled image 700 unlabeled graphic image 700 image unlabeled graphic clip a cat Discord 2 of image.
Well, shit. We
unlabeled
got the wrong
file path traversal
thing. There we go. We're now on the actual.
Are you one of those people who opens their mouth?
We're now on the back on the thing on the what's it called? I am so sorry for being so scatterbrained. We are in the thing. We're back in the. Wow. The Web Security Academy for Portswigger is where we are. So it closed the wrong tab. Can I get it back?
Toolpath.
ATAS 3. Let's just go
3.
back to over the wires. It's quicker that way.
Tab control file path traversal.
Yeah, let's go
Toolpath.
here.
Equal and select Google document.
ATAS
Notice.
over
With
the
the button is no
wire.
next radio. Navigate search lamp. Zocop land.
Sometimes Google has
Elapsed.
cool stuff that happens, and sometimes it really just
31.
pisses me off.
Clickable web result at Metsida links. Clickable notice. Over.
Here we are.
Over
So
the
we
wire.
were in level...
No next visited link on URL. HTTP. Password. Notice the URL.
Yeah, we were here. We started here. We were in level 3. So we need...
Call space.
Oh,
Space. Space.
that was loud. The problem with this is that I don't remember I didn't save the password for the previous thing. So I now need to go... Can I not just...
Dialog sites
Really
you visit are
quickly.
saved in incognito to delete incognito browsing history from your device.
Yeah,
Over the wire. Not it.
Okay, that's
Link
annoying.
unlabeled graphic to get missing image. Developed in association.
Ugh. For some reason, Control-Shift-T doesn't work in incognito either, and it's really
Link on
annoying
list.
for this case. But honestly, I think we're done with this resource anyway. Basically, that is NATAS. Let's have a look what else they have on
Not
this
as over-
particular
Over the wire. Link
resource, on Over the Wire.
Speech
Because
mode
this is pretty simple, and it keeps going up and up and up like that. Let's see what else there is. Obviously, we have several things that we can go. For example, Bandit is, like I said, more shell. We're not going to do that one. But let's see what Leviathan is. Let's see the description for it. Dare you face the Lord of the Oceans. Leviathan is a war game that has been rescued from the demise of Intruded.net, previously hosted on Leviathan.intruded.net. Big thanks to ADC, Morla, and Reth for their help in resurrecting this game. What follows below is the original description of the Leviathan, copied from Intruded.net. This looks really old from right here. Difficulty 1 out of 10, levels 8. Platform Linux x86, okay. So, yeah. Special thanks, description. This war game doesn't require any knowledge about programming, just a bit of common sense and some knowledge about basic Unix commands. We had no idea that it'd be this hard to make an interesting war game that wouldn't require programming abilities from the players. Hopefully, we made an interesting challenge for the new ones. Leviathan's levels are called Leviathan 0, Leviathan 1, etc., and can be accessed on leviathan.labs.overwire.org through SSH on port 2223. To log into the first level, use username and password Leviathan 0. Yeah, okay. So data for the levels can be found, blah, 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 blah. So a lot of these, that's why I don't really want to go into these. A lot of these will be SSH based. It's not really the content of this particular course, stream rather. A lot of these are just sort of, yeah, you go on SSH, you just go play, see what you can figure out. This is Narnia? What's this? We all have to start somewhere. Narnia is a war game that has been rescued from the Intruded. Okay, so the exact same thing. So these are all very beginner friendly. This one is 2 out of 10, so a bit harder than the thing we just looked at, the Leviathan. So these are fun. Just sort of test your Unix command line knowledge, not so much the web. The web is really more. The web is more. I don't know. The web is more just NATAS. A little bit of Bandit later on, I think. And this is, again, if this is how you work, it's a little bit more gamified in a really ancient kind of way. Where you have to, find the thing, go to the next thing, find the thing to go to the next thing. It can be a really interesting puzzle, like scavenger hunt for some people. There's definitely ways to have fun with that. So that is the second resource I'm looking at. Try Hack Me, we've obviously looked at already. I think there's even a Try Hack Me path for just the web. Let me have a look at that. Googloo.com. All right, yeah, Googloo. Web hacking, Try Hack Me path. Is there such a thing? Let's see. Web fundamentals training. Is that a path or a room? Let's have a look. That is a path. It looks like, yeah, there's like 4 modules, 26 labs, difficulty level easy. So these are like really easy to start out with. They'll probably even cover some of the ones that we've already covered on the channel, and I might go back to it next week to just keep like banging out the junior security tester path. Hack the Box has a penetration testing thing as well. Obviously, that's most of their thing. Like the Academy is where I would recommend you go at that point, because Hack the Box itself is really just there for even more like let go of your hand and just have you play around as war games that we just were are. So here's the thing. There's something wrong with it. Go find out what. It's basically what it is. And you, again, can find walkthroughs and write-ups and things about these things, but you don't, obviously you want to try to do it yourself. And they'll teach you anything from like Active Directory hacking the web to all sorts of other different things. Try Hack Me themselves obviously have learning path. There's like one more thing I want to look at before we call it for the day. I'm noticing there's not really that many people currently here, and I've pretty much said most of what I was going to say anyway, so I'm going to just make it a little short of a stream today. Maybe go into like 10:30 or something. But the last thing I do want to go over here is the let me find out on GitHub. There is the GitHub. It's not from GitHub, but it's on GitHub. Let me see. Typing is significantly difficult today, apparently. GitHub. I think it's called Broodware? Cybersecurity Academy? Or University? Yeah, here it is. Awesome Cybersecurity University. So what's that? That is essentially a training path that you can follow, mostly on Try Hack Me, I think. That essentially has like its own path that you can follow through the whole entire thing. It does look like he got some updates for it about 5 months ago, so it's relatively recent. And you got the README right here. It says, what do we got? Is this the actual thing itself, or like, okay, so we got an about. Let's read the about. So the title of the thing says, because education should be free, contributions welcome. And the about says, Cybersecurity University is a curated list of awesome and free educational resources that focuses on learning by doing. There are 6 parts of this: introduction and prerequisites, free beginner red team path, free beginner blue team path, bonus practices, latest CVEs, and extremely hard rooms. The tasks are linear in nature of the difficulty, so it's recommended to do it in order, but you can still jump around and skip some rooms if you find if you're already familiar with the concept. As you go through the curriculum, you will find completion badges that are hidden within this README MD for both red and blue team path completion badges. You can copy the HTML code for them and add it to the content page below once you have completed them. Cute. Yeah, there's a contributing section, and then really there's just all the things. And basically, like I said, it's mostly Try Hack Me rooms, I think. Like they've split it up into levels. You got intro, tooling, crypto and hashes, web, reverse engineering, Privask tools, security operations. There's a whole entire thing you can do here. And just follow it all up all the way through. And when you're done, like these guys claim that when you've done all this, you can essentially call yourself a bit of not an expert, but at least proficient in some respects. And this is a great, like, I think taster as well for just what you want to try, like, learning. And is what I'm definitely going to be using also going forward with just independent study. Like I do a cybersecurity degree right now, but I also want to do some practical stuff. So I'm honestly probably just might just work through this material as like a Xerxes, my Try Hack Me handle there, and do some of the more interesting rooms on here. So that's definitely something that I'm working on. And apart from that, it's just gonna be a lot of, try stuff out, see what you like, see what like gives you the, the idea that you're doing something useful, that you're doing something fun with your time. So if you're not having that feeling, then this may not be for you. But if you do have that feeling, if you really enjoy doing this kind of thing, if you enjoy the puzzle solving aspect of it, or just the I'm defending the web aspect of it, this might be a really fun thing to do. Money wise, obviously there is a money component to this. I don't think it's necessarily the easiest field to break into from what I've seen. I honestly haven't tried myself at this point. I'm an accessibility person, not really a security person yet. And I'm not sure if that'll ever change, and if it will, to what degree that will change. But something anyone can do is do what's called bug bounties, which are basically, there's platforms like Integrity. Let's go to Integrity. Show that off real quick. Integrity. Oh, ads on Google. It's been a minute since I saw that in time. Let's see how it works. Secure your assets with. Yeah, okay. Bug bounty services. Let's just Integrity bug bounty platform. Yeah. Ads. So integrity.com, here we are. And of course there's a cookie prompt. We are in the EU. This is always going to be a thing. Reject. I'm in incognito and leave me alone. So yeah, global, crowdsourced. And this is really what this should be talking to the companies that want to actually pay them to be on this platform. Basically the way it works is a company will invite people to essentially try to break their stuff. And if you manage to break their stuff in a really cool way, you get money. That's really what a bug bounty is. You find a bug, you exploit the bug with permission, of course, and then that is a way to sort of develop a side hustle, breaking systems and getting money for it. So that is an interesting thing to do if that's something you like doing. And yeah, this is one of the platforms, you have HackerRank, you have a couple of other ones that do this. Integrity is a very European one, which is why it's like the ones that I think of when I do this, but there's absolutely more stuff you can do at that point. And yeah, that's really what for some people might do it. Hey, Matt Campos, what's up? I appreciate that, Matt Campos. Welcome in. Yeah, that sounds super helpful, actually. I'm just looking at my email address right now, and I see a bunch of emails coming in from from Portswigger. I got complete your account, welcome, all the things. So yeah, that's cool. All the things. I might actually install that. I still don't care about cookies. Think it is bad. It's bad in the EU. It's really bad with all the cookie things. And yeah, that's pretty much all I was going to really cover today. Like we covered a couple of things that we haven't looked at before, but over the wire, Portswigger Academy. I don't think there's anyone else that I haven't looked at. Zap and Kaido are obviously tools you could use to do these. Like when it says Burp Suite in the Portswigger Academy, you can honestly easily get away with just doing the proxy instead. I was a little hesitant to recommend it for a while, but it looks like they've gotten some funding and they're now back on their feet financially. It looked a little touch and go there for a second, but it looks like they sort of figured that out and they got some partnerships going. So that's really cool. Definitely keep an eye on those guys. Like they do, I think, intend to overhaul their UI to like more of a sort of a web-based thing. At least that's what they were talking about last year. They had like a plan to do a web UI for Summer of Code. I don't think they actually got the spot for that, so I'm not sure what what the plans are for that right now. But yeah, that's happening, and we'll have to see how that goes. They're already a little bit more accessible than Burp Suite, but it's still a Java app, so don't expect too much. They do have a HUD that hangs out in your browser, and you can do some things from there, which helps a lot. But if you have to go into the application, it's still going to be a massive dragon of an application you have to deal with. So that is fun. You can get really fast with it once you know all the hotkeys and things, but it is a bit of a learning curve. So there is definitely that. It can be a bit much to spin up a whole entire proxy just to get this stuff done. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today. I know short stream today. I didn't really have that much to say. Honestly, just wanted to cover a couple of these resources. These are all pretty accessible. Like the things that we've looked at are relatively screen reader friendly. Like there are really not many problems that we would run into apart from, like I said, some of the tooling that you would run into. Some of the tooling that is may or may not be more accessible than you'd like it to be, or less accessible than you'd like it to be. But still, that is a thing that you can now do, and I hope this was helpful. I'm like thinking, should I raid out? Like only like the Twitch people would actually get raided if I were to do that, and I don't know if that's worth it, but we can, I suppose. Let's see who's on cybersecurity. What is it? Infosecstreams.com. Infosecstreams.com. Anyone awake? Team, who am I? Oh, they are Espanol. That may not be ideal then. Hakavis? Is that French? No, it's Espanol too. Very Espanol today. I see no. Obviously me. I'm here. And that's it. Everybody else is gone. Okay, well, let's... Oh boy. This always happens when I want to raid out. Honestly, like I said, I don't think there's really a point to stream, honestly, to raid out at this point. We don't have that many people following here right now, and I wouldn't even know where to take you guys. And some of the people might be on YouTube, and I don't want to do the service to them either. So, honestly, I think we're just gonna call it here. Tomorrow, I'll be back as Xerxiax with a gaming stream, where we will probably play Diablo if Matt Campos is still game. And Saturday, it's going to be more God of War. I got myself unstuck in the dungeon that we were in, so we can do the next bit. We have found that the guide is actually not necessarily always going to be workable, in the sense that sometimes it will literally just not tell you where to go. So that's going to be super fun, and we're going to see how many walls we bump into as we go through it on Stumble Saturday. So that's going to be the next week coming up here. You guys, I'm going to go head out. I'm going to go, I don't know, do some other things. You guys will keep safe. Keep safe. Is that a word? Keep safe. Keep healthy. And I'm going to see what I'll do next week. Probably like pick it back up and just go to try Hack Me or Hack the Box. I'll have to see what I feel like at the time. But at this point, this has been me. This is some resources that we hadn't looked at yet. I hope this was helpful. And yeah, goodbye. Have a good day, everyone. Bye-bye.